What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with my AEW Revolution 2021 review about that finish of the exploding ring barbed wire match. What the fuck was that shit? Weak as fuck. Looked like sparklers going off. That was weak. Those bombs. That pyro's weak as fuck. It looked so fucking weak. There was a joke that Eddie Kingston had to sell like that. That was not good at the end. But let's get to my review up first on the pre-show. The buy-in. We had Britt Baker and not Reba. Not Rebel, not Reba. She couldn't team with her. I guess she's selling. I don't think she's really injured. Britt Baker had a mystery partner. It was the woman from Japan that was in the tournament, the women's tournament. Mako teamed up with Dr. Britt Baker. They took on Riho, and Thunder Rosa. Pretty good women's tag match. I enjoyed it a lot. I love Britt Baker. She's great as a heel. She's great on the microphone. And I love Thunder Rosa. They're both awesome. And the two Japanese women did very good too. So it went pretty long, 14 minutes. It was the only match on the pre-show, the buy-in, and your winners, Dr. Britt Baker and Mako. When Reba hit Thunder Rosa with the crutch behind the ref's back for the win. Up first on the pay-per-view was the Young Bucks. I don't give a fuck about them. I wish they'd go away and get off my TV. I'm not a fan of theirs. They should not be the tag team champions at all. And they need to cut their damn hair, and they're starting to look like they're 40 years old. Like they don't want to cut their hair ever. Let the hair go. And you're not young anymore, so you should probably change your name too to the middle-aged old Bucks. Anyways, they defended the tag titles against the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho and MJF. I don't like MJF in the Inner Circle. He should be by himself. He's better. I don't know. They should turn MJF babyface and have the Inner Circle attack him. That's what I think. So the Young Bucks defeat Jericho and MJF, and I didn't give a fuck at all about the match. I wanted MJF and Jericho to win. They did not, so I don't care. If you're a Young Bucks fan, good for you. I'm not. Up next, we had the Casino Tag Team Royale. Casino Tag Team Royal. 15 goddamn teams are in this, I think. 15 tag teams. That's way too many. You should have like 8 or 10. It went on like forever. It was 26 minutes. It should have been like 20. Too many teams to name. You had not the Hollywood Blondes. Varsity Blondes were in it. 3 Dark Order teams. 3 of them. What the fuck is that? That was stupid. I don't want to see the Dark Order 3 times. Get 3 opportunities to win, and they lost all 3 opportunities. They're pathetic. Break them up already. They're losers. So the team that won was a great decision. Good booking to have them win it, because they're a great team. Is down to Jurassic Express and Jungle Boy. He was the only one left. I don't think if Marco the Midget was in there, I didn't see him. I think it's just Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. don't ever put Marco the Midget on pay-per-view in a match. Don't. He's embarrassing. Seeing him in wrestling is embarrassing. The guy looks like a 10-year-old. So, Death Triangle, Ray Phoenix. Who else is in there? A lot of teams. Too many to name. SCU, Bear Country, Hope Private Party, I think. A lot of teams. Too many. If WWE would have like 15 tag teams, I would have complained and said it went on too long. Also, that's too many teams at one time for me. It was like way too much overbooking. So Death Triangle, Ray Phoenix and Pac win. They will get a tag team title shot in the future or maybe on Wednesday. Up next, the Women's Championship, Hakaroshida. I love Shida. She's awesome. Hakaroshida defended against Riho Masuzaki, or I can't even say her last name. I'm sorry. Hikaru defends against the second Riho that was on the show. Because earlier we had the first Riho. This other Riho, the second Riho, I don't know her really at all. It was an okay match. It wasn't bad. It was pretty stiff and hard hitting. I love Shida as champion. She wins and retains. Thank God. Because we didn't need the second Riho winning that nobody knows. So Hikaru wins and retains. That was one of the highlights of the show for me. Also, up next, we had a tag team matchup I didn't care about at all. I was bored with it. It should have been on Dynamite. Miro and Kip Sabian against Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. Nothing against these four guys. I don't dislike them or hate them. I just didn't think this match should be on a pay-per-view. It should have been on Dark or Dynamite. So Miro and Kip Sabian win by submission. Up next, we had the Big Money match. What a stupid name for a gimmick match. I thought it was stupid. And a Big Money match with Matt Hardy in 2021? No, I don't think so. The last Big Money match the guy was in was against Edge in like 2005 or 6 when they were feuding. In 2021, that's impossible to have Matt Hardy involved in a Big Money main event match. It's not possible. The guy's too beat up. He's not in his prime anymore. 15 years ago, 10 years ago, he was a lot better than he is now, sadly. So that Big Money match name, that was a joke. But the right guy won, thank God. Adam Page wins. Hangman Adam Page wins. The match was okay. It wasn't bad or good. So the winner, this is stupid. The winner will receive the loser's 2021 first quarter earnings. Yeah, right. That's not true. And that's a stupid gimmick match. So next we had the ladder match. This was pretty good. Not great, but it was good. The Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future AEW World Title shot. Can I just say this? Why was a donut looking like a gold donut? Why was it hanging above the ring and ladder? What the fuck does a donut have to do with a title shot? I didn't get it. That looks stupid as hell. A fucking donut you pull down and you win because you grabbed a donut. I don't get it. Why didn't they just have a contract up there? That was really dumb. That you pull down a donut to win. That was really stupid. So, yeah. Who was in the Face of the Revolution ladder matches? Scorpio Sky, Cody Rhodes, Pentagon Jr., Lance Archer, Max Caster, I don't know who the hell that is. And the debuting mystery man was Ethan Page. Scorpio Sky wins. That was a great decision. The guy's a great talent. He will get a future world title shot. I doubt he defeats Omega, but he'll get a world title shot. So Cody got injured and took a, I think he was selling, but he might have been a little bit injured. He took a fucking, what's it called, Canadian Destroyer on a ladder from Pentagon. That was really stupid. He shouldn't have took it. So before the street fight, which was cinematic, and I thought the match of the night, we had the mystery man, the potential future Hall of Famer signing with AEW. Who was the mystery man? Was it Kurt Angle, Brock, Lesnar, CM Punk? No, neither of them. I thought it might be Kurt Angle, but he's in the Hall of Fame already. They said potential future Hall of Famer. It was Christian Cage. Christian Cage is all elite. I don't see it as a huge signing. It's a good signing for AEW. The guy's a great worker, has a great mind for wrestling. I think he'd be better for AEW as a booker or guy that booked matches and laid out matches and storyline ideas. But Christian's going to wrestle. He looked great at the Royal Rumble, and he's still got a lot left in the tank. I will say that. He probably has 2 or 3 years left to wrestle at a high level. I don't know why he didn't sign and get a contract from WWE. Could they not come up with a deal? I would think he would want to stay there because his boy Edge is there. Why would you... I don't know. Why would you leave? Probably for that. Probably got offered a lot more money than Vince and WWE offered him. And if Vince did offer him a lot less, I don't blame him. Christian is not Edge. He's not a mega, huge star like Big Show claimed. He's not. He's a really good name that probably a lot of fans know. But he's not a huge star. He's not a name like CM Punk. He's not a name like Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar. He's definitely no John Cena. He's Christian Cage. And I look at this as not a huge signing, just a good signing. I don't think Christian is that big of a star, but he's a good name. I just thought he would have been better off in WWE, going there, staying there. I thought it would have been good to have him in Edge's corner at WrestleMania, but that's not happening. Just like, I don't know what happened. Like with Big Show, he didn't want to take the offer they were giving him. It was probably for way less than what AEW gave Big Show. The same thing probably happened with Christian. Christian probably answered the phone and Tony Khan was like, what Vince offer you? I'll double it for you to come here. And of course Christian took the money over being with Edge. Good for him. I'm happy for him. I hope he got a great deal. But I'm not really excited about it at all. It was not a huge signing. Just a good signing. So now the street fight, Sting and Darby Allin against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks from Team Taz. Hook, Taz's son, Hook, and Hobbs got involved. That was pretty cool. They were in a warehouse. They had a ring on the second floor. They had a platform across these across the railings going down to the first floor. They went up to the second and third floor. The second floor had the ring on it. They went up to the third floor and were going at it. They put Cage through a table. Darby Allin got thrown through a glass window, and then the finish. Sting stupidly threw his bat away, but then Darby found it, threw it down to Sting. He used it. That's pretty awesome. Sting hit a Scorpion Death drop on Ricky Starks in the ring, but before that, Sting put Cage on the platform between the barriers. It was like a scaffold. I think it was wooden, or it was like plywood or something, because it broke very easily. Anyways, Darby Allin jumps out of the damn window from the third floor, does an elbow through Brian Cage to the first floor. It was insane. It was a great spot. Awesome spot. Then Sting again hit the Scorpion Death drop for the 1, 2, 3. I will say Sting moved very well. He was moving fast and he didn't look blown up at all. Sting looked really good, in my opinion. I will say Sting does not look 61. The guy was moving like he was like 45. So anyways, Sting and Darby Allin win. The street fight was the match of the night. In my opinion, it was my favorite match of this show. Now the main event, the exploding barbed wire death match for the AEW World Title. Jon Maxley challenging Kenny Omega. The ropes were still in the ring. That was a mistake, in my opinion. You should have no ropes. And you had the explosives connected with part of the ropes and the barbed wire explosives that go off if you touch it or are thrown into it, but the explosives went off on the floor outside by the apron. And the one of the barbed wire bats had explosives on it. That was pretty cool looking when it exploded in Maxley's face. I will say it was well done. It was really well done. How the explosives went off, but the finish, when the countdown started, under a minute, and Eddie Kingston comes in. Moxley was beaten up by the Good Brothers and handcuffed, and Moxley was left in the ring. And then Eddie lays on top of Moxley to protect him from the exploding ring and the bombs going off. And it was embarrassing how bad it looked and weak. The pyro and the explosions were so fucking weak looking, PG looking. It looked like a couple sparklers shooting out of the ring post. And then a tiny bit of pyro went off on the floor. It was like nothing. It looked bad. It was embarrassing looking. Again, it was like a PG version of an exploding ring. And the bombs were PG looking. Japan did it right. FMW, Japan, exploding ring matches in Japan did it right. Those were rated R, rated X. This is PG, the bombs. The barbed wire, if they just called it a barbed wire match, it would have been good. I wouldn't shit on it, but they had to call it exploding ring match. It was not. When the countdown was up and the explosions went off, it looked weak as fucking hell. It looked so weak, it was embarrassing. Ton of people on Twitter making fun of it. I did a reaction to it, and I was like, what the fuck? That looked weak as hell, because it was. A friend of mine on Twitter said it looked like sparklers went off, and I agree. Let me check my Twitter to see people's reactions, if they had anything to say about it. So, we got a lot of tweets here to go through. A lot of reactions, or a lot of notifications I gotta go through. I asked people to grade the pay-per-view. This one guy gave it a D. I won't be that mean to it. I give AEW Revolution 2021, I give it a B. If Sting wasn't on it, and that street fight wasn't on it, and Hakaroshida wasn't on it, I would have gave it like a C to D, or C minus or D. If there was no Sting or Hikaroshida, and there was a barbed wire match, but if there was no Sting and Hikaroshida, I would give the pay-per-view a C or D. Because Sting was on it and Hikaroshida, and they did do a decent barbed wire match. It was not exploding ring. They failed. If they thought it was not. It was a weak-ass PG version. Japan blew them away, for sure. Exploding ring matches in Japan blew AEW fucking away. They blew them up. Right now, if you would compare Japan's exploding ring matches, FMWs, and AEW's, AEW got blown away and they're dead. And Japan wins for putting on a real, good, true, exploding ring match. AEW tried, but you failed. You should have just called it a barbed wire match. Then it would have delivered and went to got shit on. That weak-ass pyro at the end, that was pathetic. It looked pathetic. It was sad. It was embarrassing. And you failed at putting off explosions. Maybe your good pyro guy didn't show up to work. I don't know what the fuck happened. So, another person I know says they gave it a grade of a A, but that ending was a B minus. The ending of the explosions, that was a F, not a B minus. So, you could have put off a lot more explosions if you would have had the fucking ring in the Jaguar Stadium. You could have blew up a lot more shit. And blew up a lot more outside the ring. But no, you had to have it in Daly's place. That was a stupid idea. So a lot of people liked my tweet about... I said it was a good barbed wire match, but a weak-ass exploding ring match. The bombs at the end were some weak-ass looking pyro. And they couldn't even get the flames to shoot out of the ring posts. Like when Kane used to do this, flames would shoot out. Why couldn't they do that pyro? What the fuck? You can't get fire pyro anymore? AEW? Or you can't afford it? Of course you can afford it. I don't know why you didn't get it. You didn't want flames shooting out of the ring post. Instead, you picked sparklers. So, my grade for Revolution is B or B minus. One of those. I'm going to say B. I'm going to give it a B. Because of Sting's return, and I thought it looked damn good. Like, comment, share, subscribe. What's your grade for Revolution 2021? Mine's a B. And that's being kind. I don't like to be angry and negative, so I'll give it a B instead of a lower grade. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now.